Hi Foxes, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brittany, but I am also known as ShopFoxBURROW on sites like Poshmark and Etsy, and also on Instagram and now on Clubhouse. So today I'm actually going to be doing a what sold video for you, where I'm going to go over what is selling on all the different platforms. I'm selling on eBay now, so we're going to do Etsy, we're going to do Poshmark, and we're going to do eBay too. So if that sounds interesting to you and you like to know what is selling for other people, or specifically if you like to know what is selling in vintage, then do make sure to stick around. So due to editing, we are going to have a 1 week delay on these videos. So I am doing the week of the 11th to the 17th right now. I am going to edit this video as little as possible. So unless I do something super disturbing, like, I don't know, burp or something like that, we're just not going to edit this video because I am already still trying to stick with the other 2 videos on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern that I'm doing on my channel, and this is kind of like a supplementary video, so I just don't have time to do more than like putting the pictures up to show you guys what it looked like when it sold. So to start out with, we are actually going to do Etsy first, and we are going to scroll back and see what sold. Okay, so January 11th. So I had a sale on January 12th, and that was this 1960s cone bra in a pink lace, and this one sold for $45. All of my Etsy prices end in 99 cents, but we're just gonna round up. So $45 plus shipping plus tax, and this went to someone in the United States, and they left a 5-star review and said they were super happy with it. It was worth every penny. So thumbs up to that. If you see me looking down, looking at my phone, not that I can do about that. I gotta give you the right data. The next up is this pair of 3T Oshkosh red corduroy pants. These were vintage, but they were ones that I had sourced for my children. Who knows where I got them? The bins, maybe, probably, possibly Goodwill, I don't know. But I listed these for $15.99. There was a $1.60 discount on them, and then the buyer paid shipping. Etsy doesn't tell me like how much it is after the discount, so I'm not going to do that math. You just have to do it yourself. It's somewhere around $14. Anyway, next up was this 90s black velvet top with like a cutouts at the bottom, and at the, it had like ruffle cuffs, and I could not believe that this sat so long. It's like a size large, just so pretty, I thought, and big scoop neck. This did finally sell after, honestly, I think I've had this for like over a year, like maybe a year and a half. But it sold for $35.99 minus a discount of $3.60. I did a sale though for the weekend, I believe 10% off, and then they paid shipping and sales tax, so that one went to someone in the United States as well. Oh, and then the next sale, which I was super happy about, was this 1980s Fox cross-stitch blazer. No, not blazer, it's a vest. And I found this and I was like obsessed. Like, if I wore vests or had any excuse to wear this, I totally would have kept it, but it would have just sat in my closet forever and been really sad. I had this listed at $126 with free shipping, and I had actually marked it down quite a bit on Poshmark. Somebody came in on Etsy, bought it during that 10% off sale, so it sold for $126, minus the $12.60 discount that they got. They paid sales tax, and then I paid, I think, about $9 in shipping. So when all was said and done, I made somewhere around $100 on this. I know that I picked this up at Savers. I don't remember exactly how much, but I think it was like $5 or $6, something like that. But yeah, just like a stunning piece of vintage art, and I love it so much. I was really happy that went to a new home. And then I also sold, but have not yet shipped because I have to find a box for it, this My Little Pony puzzle. I love collecting these old 100-piece puzzles with just like nostalgic stuff on them. I do them with my son, and then I take a picture of them completed to make sure that they have all of the pieces, and then I put them up on Etsy or whatever. And I just think that it speaks to other people's nostalgia, and it's just fun, and it's nice to know that all the pieces are there. So this one did sell for $19.99 minus the 10% discount, which was $2. But it sold to someone in France, guys. They paid $26.36 in shipping. So I need to find a box that is the right size, wrap it in plastic, make sure it is secure, because I wouldn't normally worry so much about it in the US, but given that it has to go so far and there are so many delays and it could get boxes put on top of it, I just want to make sure that it doesn't get to France and then we have an issue, because it's so much harder to deal with like returns or customer service when it's international than it is when it's here in the US. So that is what sold on Etsy for last week. And let's go to eBay. I hope I know how to get to my eBay solds. Let's see. Selling, sold. Does it tell me the date that it? Okay, yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is a music, how do I describe this? This is like a pamphlet that would go over all of the different models available for a distributor to purchase or to like show to their customers and be like, okay, well, we don't have this one in stock, but we could order it for you. Here's all the specs on it. These came from my husband's grandmother and grandfather owned a music shop here in my town called Progress Music. And I just have like I have so much like music memorabilia and stuff, and I've sold a lot of it on eBay. Let me tell ya, does great if you ever find any old like Fender stuff, Guild guitars, Gretsch, just it's good stuff. So I just found like a giant box of these, and I just have multiples of each one of these like different pamphlets. So I put them up on eBay auction, 15 bucks a pop, and people are buying them. So this one sold for 15. This is a card set that is like the Japanese ukiyo-e, like Floating World, like Hokusai, and all of those. I'm being wordy here. Okay, it's a card set, and it was mine. I decided I didn't want it anymore, and so I sold it. I listed it on auction. It did not get any buys the first time around, and then the second time around it got a couple of bids and sold for $12.50, plus they paid shipping. This one, this was like on par with like the Fox vest. It made me so happy. So this was a 1950s Van Raalte slip. Nothing stunning there, except that it had on the inside of the tag a name, which was Sheathelette. And so I'm like Googling this, trying to find it. I can't find anything. I just like can't find another one of these out there. And so the only thing I can find with this specific name is a newspapers.com website, except that in order to see it, I have to have a subscription. So I'm asking my friends, can you find this? Can you like look to see, like, can someone screen cap this for me? I ask in a vintage group. Nobody has newspapers.com account. So I'm like, you know what? They have free trial. I'm just gonna like suck it up and sign up for this free trial. And so I was able to find the original vintage advertisements for this particular piece, and it was a whopping $18.95, which was almost $200 in 1951, I think was when it was from. But they only made it in 1951, and then I imagine it was just too expensive, and so they discontinued it. But this thing was so cool. So it had like, it's like built-in shapewear, like hooked up the side, it had a metal zipper, it had garters, it had a girdle, it had like a panty flap so that it was like a bodysuit so it didn't ride up on you. And I was like, this thing is cool. I cannot find another one, and now I've got the original advertisement. I'm pricing this high. So I went in and I priced it at $145.99, listed it on Poshmark and Etsy, which are my two normal platforms for vintage, and I was like, there's some people on eBay. So I listed this on eBay too as a buy it now with best offer, and somebody just came in and bought it outright. So it sold for $145.99. I think it is still in transit, so we will see if there's any issues, but it was in like perfect shape, and hopefully they love it. I was very excited to see that sell in like 2 days after listing it. And now I actually decided to keep the newspapers.com subscription because I've been finding a lot of vintage ads, and it's really been helping me with my precision dating for vintage, and I'm loving that because I'm learning a lot from it. So I'm keeping it for now. I think I had to sign up for like a 6-month subscription. It was like $75 after the trial. And then that is it for eBay. All right, Poshmark. Let us see what has sold on Poshmark. This was, let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So January 11th, sold a bundle of 2 tops. This Madewell top, and then this ModCloth top. The bundle sold for $35. No shipping discount, and the net earnings was $28. I probably did not make very much money on that, honestly, but I think I may have paid like $5 for that Madewell, and then probably something similar for the ModCloth top. Don't recommend. Next up was this vintage black rose straw hat. I had this in my Halloween collection that I did. It sold for $20 from an offer from the buyer, and I got $16 for it. There's some hats that are like really nicely made, and you can charge a lot for them, and then there's some hats that are just like, we'll just call them Target quality, right? Like, they're not bad, but this was just one of those hats. Like, it wasn't a super nice hat, but it wasn't a bad hat. It just wasn't a great hat. Next, this vintage Brooks Brothers bow waist linen dress. So vintage, 100% linen, approximately 1980s. This one sold for $50. That had been listed for quite a while. I was actually very happy with that purchase from, I think somebody offered me $50. And so I got to take home $40. I got that at Salvation Army. I don't know how much I paid, but I never paid more than like $7 for dresses there, usually like $4. So this I regret selling for the price that I did, but I sold this 2-piece set for $50. It was from the 1950s, beautifully embroidered. It was a robe and pinwheel set, and I had it listed for $78. It would have sold on Etsy at full price. I really should have held out, but I didn't. But the buyer was super happy with it and said, rightfully so, that it was what vintage lingerie dreams were made of. Yes, so I do have a happy buyer. Could have held out for more. For sure would have gotten it. But happy buyer. That's good. The next thing was a vintage Gap linen shift dress. I love vintage linen, especially when it's super soft. This was basic, but that's the kind of linen that you want because it's just a workhorse and you can wear it with everything. So this sold for $25 and my net earnings were $20. Let's see if I put in how much I purchased that for. I wish you could just like see right in the Poshmark app, but you have to create a copy of the listing to be able to see what your stats were in the app. Anyway, I paid $8 for that at Goodwill. Not the best return ever, but we're just gonna, yeah, I mean, we're moving stuff, right? It's fine. Next up, I sent I sent 10% off my entire closet to anyone that had liked it, probably in the past like 2 weeks. No, it's not a big discount, but I'm just at this point where I can afford to sit on things a little longer. So, someone did take me up on that offer for a pair of pants from my Stitch Fix palette. They purchased these Jules and Leopold pants for $34 minus my shipping discount. I ended up with $25.08. Paid about an average of $5.50 per item in that palette, so right under $20 for that. You guys, I usually edit out all of my snuffles because it's cold in here in my studio, but you're about to get the snuffles. Okay. Next up, vintage 80s modular jumbo shell earrings. Picked these up for $1. I had them listed for $23, I think. I took an offer of $15. I felt like that was reasonable. There was nothing particularly special about them except that I thought that they were cool. So yeah, I walked away with $12 minus $1 for cost of goods, $11. Not bad. This was a mistake. I should not have bought these. These were vintage Talbots needlepoint loafers. I love needlepoint loafers, but these were a size 6.5. And when I looked on closer inspection, the inside lining, like sole, was cracking. And if I just paid closer attention, then I would have seen that. However, I'm always in a hurry when I'm out thrifting because I feel like I need to get home and help my husband with the kids. Not that he asks me to, but it's just like this feeling that I have, so I don't check things over as well as I should. So I think I had these listed for $25. Someone accepted my 10% off with discounted shipping. I made $15.48, and then I'm pretty sure I paid $6 for these, so under 10, but they were a really fast flip within 2 weeks, so we're just gonna roll with that. Next up was another Stitch Fix palette piece. This was a dress from 41 Hawthorne. It sold for $30 with no shipping discount, so that was $24 minus $5.50. You can do the math. It's like $18.50 or something. These Tory boots I picked up at the bins. They were size 8, but the size was not marked. Luckily, my feet are like an 8, so I could tell. These sold for $25, no shipping discount, so it was $20, and then I probably paid what, like $2 for them at the bins, something like that, maybe $2.25. Okay, next is a jewelry piece. This is a 3-piece stacking ring set from Mary Lou, and it was a fox set. I don't really wear rings because, especially not on this finger, because I always go like this to like, you know, rub my nose, and then I like scratch my nose. I just don't wear rings. And then my wedding ring, my fingers got too fat and I've never had it resized, so I don't wear that either. And yeah, so this sold for $80 and Poshmark took $16. So I made $64 off of that. I think I probably paid like a couple dollars for this one. Not much. This was a flea market find forever ago, and I just decided to sell it. It was mine. I don't know how much I paid for it, but it's been in my ring collection for 6 or more years. I sold this for $30 after a back and forth with the buyer for a while. We were having a negotiation and I wanted $5 more, but ultimately it would have only been an extra $4 in my pocket. I just listed this and I decided, am I really going to fight about $4? So I just accepted it. So $30, no shipping discount, $24 for something that came out of my closet. Next up, and we are to January 16th now, so Stitch Fix Pale Sky Embroidered Peasant Blouse. That sold for $25, no shipping discount. So I got 20, so a little less than 15 after my cost of goods. This was a etched floral chain link belt. This was by Sarah Coventry. This is a well-known Sarah Coventry piece. It's called the Camelot belt, I believe. And I thought I took a pretty nice picture of it that really like showed the etching on it. And it sold for $25. I paid $2 for this at the Goodwill recently. Ah, snuffles. And so after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, I made $18 on that. So happy to see this one go. This sold on January 17th. It was an olive and oak gingham button-down shirt. For a while I was looking for like the perfect blue gingham button-down, and so I tried a number of different brands. I did like this one, but it was a size small, and we clearly know that that's not going to button over my chest anymore, if it ever did. So I was happy to sell this at $15. I had relisted this. It has been in my closet for a really long time. So that is a very happy $12 in my pocket. All right, and last thing, sold January 17th. This was a new with tags, Floriat Orally black and gold skirt, and it was size 14. I sold it for $35 and my earnings were $28. Let's see what I paid for it. I think it was $7. Let us see if I am right. $8. I paid $8. So, what? Yeah, $20 in my pocket. Not bad, you know. So, that is what I sold the full week. It was a slow week for me, but I also had some really nice booster sales in there. The Fox vest and the Van Raalte slip were definitely boosts to my sales. And yeah, so this is going to be something that I try to do every Monday. It'll drop hopefully in the morning, around 8 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll see what the best time is. I'll play with it. But yeah, just check my channel back on Mondays. And if you are not subscribed already, please do subscribe. I cannot promise to always be this peppy when I am doing these what sold videos, but yeah, here we are. So yeah, leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of my sales. Let me know if you had any really good sales or if you have any questions, yada, yada, yada. Don't forget to subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. See you next time. Bye.